Yo, what's going on everybody? Rob, aka Robbie Diesel, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of washing your well, maybe specifically not the importance of, we should already know that that's pretty damn important. But today we're going to be speaking about products specifically to help you get there. We're of course going to be talking about the final boss, The Rock's personal body care line of products in Papatui. Now, The Rock started Papatui, of course, not only to make more money, because he obviously doesn't have enough, but to also bring some men's product to the forefront with a focus on cleanliness and sustainability. So today we're going to be looking at the body wash, the deodorant, and the scent-free lotion. So without further ado, let's check them out, shall we? So before we get going today, we got to take care of a little bit of business, and that of course is making sure that you're subscribed to the channel. So look down below, check out that subscribe icon. If it's bright red and glowing at you, that means you haven't subscribed to the channel. Shame on you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon next to it so you turn on notifications so you don't miss a video each and every time we upload. Highly important. Also, make sure you drop a like on this video and then drop a comment down below just to keep the engagement high. So I myself am a connoisseur of body care products, right? I'm a little bit of a bigger dude, so I like to focus on cleanliness and making sure my body is smelling fresh all day long, because I am a very heavy sweater. And it doesn't matter the season. It could be, 18 below outside, or it could be 85 outside. I'm gonna find a way to sweat. And as such, cleanliness is important. And if you know anything about me, you know that I'm a huge fan of professional wrestling. So when I found out that Dwayne DJ The Rock Johnson was coming out with a line of men's care products, I had to hop on it. Now, for starters, I do want to be transparent in saying that we are only trying about half of what's available. There is different variations of shampoo, of a facial moisturizer. There's a tattoo balm, which I could use, but I decided to skip it for right now because I wanted to focus on just the basics. For me, the basics: deodorant, gotta make sure I'm smelling fresh for sure. As aforementioned, I am a heavy sweater, so I actually jumped up to the antiperspirant, right, to see how that guy works. Secondly, the body wash. Again, gotta be smelling right, and so I was really relieved to see that there is a coconut deodorant and body wash, so you can kind of combo the two, like my favorite tag team, of course. And then, naturally, body lotion. I'm a brother. The skin has to stay silky smooth, gotta keep it from being ashy, and so we got the body lotion to test out. And where I would like to start is the body wash itself. Now, the Papatui body wash, this stuff right here, this is a godsend. I am not gonna pull any punches when it comes to that body wash. Absolutely love it. This body wash in particular is not your typical body wash. It's like a tropical paradise in a bottle. It's rich, it smells great, it lathers good. In fact, when I was in the shower, I was noticing how easy it was to get a nice little lather worked up, and you can smell it like immediately. The smell is very invigorating. It's a clean smell too. It's different than that of like your Old Spices or your Dove or your Axe or anything like that. Like, this has a really high quality coconut scent to it, and I really enjoy it. The best thing about it is it washes off really clean. Like, some body washes leave your skin feeling kind of slick and oily and slimy. Papatui washes off super clean, so kudos in that sense. See what I did there? As for the longevity of it, I am happy to report the first time that I started using the body wash and the deodorant was during a Comic-Con weekend. It was when I just recently went to Ohio for Fan Expo Cleveland. The first time that I actually used it was for that. And man, I was super impressed. The body wash lasted all day long. And yes, of course, you're moving around in a convention, you get hot, you get a little sweaty. But at the end of the day, I could still smell a very, very light level of that body wash across my skin. And it was pretty good. All in all, I would have to say I'd give the body wash an A. I would definitely try it again. It's for sure gonna stay in the lineup. There is a like a sandalwood scent that I'm curious about, but I think the coconut might be the better of the bunch, but we'll see. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the deodorant, the antiperspirant specifically. Now, as I alluded to in the open, I have to have a good, dependable antiperspirant. I sweat so much, and I've tried a ridiculous amount of deodorants and antiperspirant, natural, filled with aluminum, you name it. I have tried them all, and I am happy to report, once again, Papatui is worth its weight in gold. So, to start off, the deodorant. The scent is just phenomenal, and it is the perfect complement to that coconut infused body wash that I was talking about earlier. Now, the Papatui brand itself, again, prides itself on being sustainable. So a lot of the stuff that you'll see on the label will mention that it's like paraben free or phthalate free or cruelty free, talc free, and that it's vegan, right? But what does that actually mean? In a nutshell, the deodorant itself is free of most of those harmful chemicals that you would get in the competition. Again, like your Old Spice, like your Degree, like your Dove, like your Axe. There is one ingredient that persists in the antiperspirants specifically, and that is the aluminum trichlorodex. That is going to be an essential ingredient in virtually any antiperspirant. There's just no way around it. Be that as it may, I found the experience with the Papatui coconut deodorant to be pretty decent. As previously mentioned several times over, I sweat a lot, and unfortunately, the deodorant itself didn't particularly stop me from sweating, but I have noticed that it does last a while, just like the body wash. So while I am still pitting the shirts, I've probably got a little bit going on right now. So while I still pit in my shirts for sure, the smell, the stench stays away. So combined with the body wash, I stay fresh all day long. So if you're a heavy sweater like myself, the deodorant probably not going to prevent that, but it is definitely still worth checking out for the scent alone. And now we move on to the last thing in the lineup, and that is the Papatui scent-free body lotion. Now, one thing that I'm really a sucker for is the design on the bottle itself. It took me a while to discover it. I was a little bit disappointed at first, and I thought that it didn't have a little locking mechanism. You know, I travel quite a bit, so I put my lotions in my bag, and I don't want the lotion to accidentally pump out, right, and ruin my clothes or something like that. The one thing that I really liked about the bottle is it's got this really simple locking mechanism, and you can tell it's locked because you hear this really refreshing little click when you lock it in place. Yes, that is what I'm looking for. I like to know that my lotion is nice and secured. So kudos to you for the design of the bottle. Love it. Now, that is the last nice thing that I will say about this body lotion. It is, it's okay. It does go on the body pretty good, and it actually dries to a really smooth, powdery finish. But the problem is it stays powdery after you rub it in. Again, I think this might largely be a problem for people with darker skin like myself. When you rub it in completely, it dries to a powdery finish, and it actually continues to like powder and flake up. Even if you don't rub it in as much, like you can still see complete and total action. Like it when it dries completely, it feels as if you didn't put any lotion on at all, and it looks that way. So imagine my surprise when I rubbed in my Papatui body lotion on top of my Papatui body wash and my Papatui deodorant, and I went into the Comic-Con. I'm smelling fresh, I'm confident, I'm feeling good. And I went to grab something to take a peek at it, and I looked at my hands, and they legit looked like I had just finished making biscuits all day. Like that inner thumb part especially, crazy dry. Super embarrassing, but also, I mean, at the same time, that's what happens to us reviewers. But in this case, you know, I feel like the formula needs to be tweaked a little bit. I have all the faith in the world that with this being the first iteration of the Papatui line of products, they're probably going to tweak the formula a little bit and make it go on as smooth. But for right now, I am reverting back to my lotion of choice, which shall remain nameless for right now, unless maybe I can go ahead and get a little sponsorship up out of them or something like that. JK. Be that as it may, the body lotion was largely the most disappointing aspect of the entire Papatui experience. I thought that I was gonna have the trifecta of body care products and that I could throw away everything else, and I would only use Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's body care products, right? He spoke so highly of them. He's an excellent marketer, but in the end, 2 out of 3 realistically ain't so bad. I've tried some truly awful products, and again, it's not that the lotion is terrible. I think they just need to tweak the formula a little bit so it absorbs a little better into the skin and leaves you with more of a smooth, refreshing feeling instead of that kind of dry, powdery feeling. The deodorant, the antiperspirant, I'm gonna go ahead and give that an A as well. The lotion, big fat E, just doesn't do the job, unfortunately. So in conclusion, what's the verdict? Well, you just heard. The antiperspirant and the body wash I can recommend flawlessly. They are a tropical paradise. They last long. They smell absolutely amazing, and I cannot recommend them enough. The body lotion, you might want to skip that until they figure out the formula a little bit, or you know, if you're not one that worries too much about the powdery feeling or looking ashy, then go for it. It's all yours. So the Papatui lineup as a whole, very affordable. Almost all of the products are ranged anywhere from $7.99 all the way up to like $25 if you buy a bundle, but very well worth it in my eyes, especially the body wash and the deodorant. I would pay $20 for those two any day of the week. But that is my opinion of Papatui. Now I leave it up to you. Have you tried any of the Rock's line of body care products? If you have, let me know what your experience is. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Was I too harsh? Should I pull back a little bit? Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, give us a like, and of course, as always, turn on that bell icon so you get notified each and every time we do an upload. In the meantime, in between time, I am Rob, aka Robbie Diesel. I appreciate y'all checking this one out, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.